Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Good. Okay, so let's start today's video lecture. Okay, so today I will explain you exercise 5.2. Clear? So before explaining this exercise, I want to discuss you a polar form of a complex number. What I want to discuss you? Polar form of a complex number. So a polar form of a complex number. You know very well what is a complex number. A number which can be written in a form of a plus ib is known as complex number, where I is iota. Clear? And its value is square root of -1. Understood? So now I am explaining polar form of a complex number. So beta, a polar form of a complex number is defined as Z. Z is the complex number. Z is any complex number. So it can be expressed as Z equal to R into cos theta plus I sin theta. So the polar form of a complex number Z is R into cos theta plus I sin theta, where R is modulus of complex number. R is what? R is modulus, and theta. Theta is known as argument of Z. What is theta? Theta is argument of Z. This you have to keep in your mind. The polar form of a complex number is Z equals to R cos theta plus I sin theta, where R is known as modulus of a complex number and theta is known as argument of Z. Clear? Now, before solving exercise 5.2, I want to explain you something else. The sign of trigonometric function. You know there are 6 trigonometric functions. First trigonometric function is sin theta, then cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. So these are 6 trigonometric functions. But we have to find out the sign of these trigonometric functions which depend on theta. Clear? So see, you have to keep in your mind. Here I am drawing a coordinate axis. This is x axis, this is y axis, this is coordinate plane. Clear? So we all know that this is known as first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. Clear? So here we have to write something for like that. In first quadrant we will write add. In second quadrant we have to write sugar. In third we have to write 2. And in fourth we have to write coffee. Clear? What we have to write? Add sugar to coffee. Understood? Now see, the first letter of add is A. A stands for all. A stands for all. So in first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. All trigonometric ratios. How many trigonometric ratios are there? 6. So all 6 T ratios So in first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Understood? Here sugar. So what is the first letter of sugar is sin. Oh sorry, S. S stands for sin and its reciprocal is cosec. So in second quadrant, sin and cosec are positive and remaining are negative. In second quadrant, only sin and cosec are positive. Sin and cosec are positive. Cos, tan, sec and cot, these 4 are negative in second quadrant. Clear? In third quadrant, 2. The first letter of 2 is T. T for tan, and its reciprocal you know that is cot. So in third quadrant tan and cot are positive and remaining are negative. So in third quadrant tan and cot positive and the remaining are negative. In fourth quadrant this is coffee, so its first letter is C. C stands for cos and its reciprocal is sec. So here in fourth quadrant cos and sec are positive and remaining are negative. Clear? This concept you have to keep in your mind. In first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive. In second quadrant sine and cosec are positive, remaining are negative. In third quadrant tan and cot are positive and the remaining are negative. In fourth quadrant cos and sec are positive and remaining are negative. Hope it is clear to everyone. You can remember it by this sentence: add sugar to coffee. Add first letter A means all T ratios are positive. As for sine or its reciprocal is cosec. So here sine and cosec are positive. 2. T stand for tan and its reciprocal is cot. So here tan and cot are positive and remaining are negative. Coffee. C stand for cos and its reciprocal is sec. So here cos and sec are positive and remaining are negative. Understood? So this concept you have to keep in your mind whenever we have to find the polar form of a complex number or argument of a complex number. So this concept will help you for finding the argument and polar form of a complex number. Understood? Clear? Hope it is clear to everyone. Now some more points you have to keep in your mind. But if theta lies in first quadrant, then argument of z equals to theta only. If theta lies in first quadrant, then argument of z equals to theta. If theta lies in second quadrant, then argument of z will be pi minus theta. The argument of z will be pi minus theta. If theta lies in third quadrant, then argument of z will be minus pi minus theta. Clear? And if theta lies in fourth quadrant, then argument of z will be minus theta. Clear? These 4 points you have to keep in your mind. If theta lies in first quadrant, then argument of z equals to theta only. Or if theta lies in second quadrant, then argument of z can be written as pi minus theta. If theta lies in third quadrant, then argument of z equals to minus pi minus theta. And if theta lies in fourth quadrant, then argument z equals to minus theta. Clear? Now one important thing you have to keep in your mind, here we have to take theta in radian measures. But theta is the measurement of angle. Angle can be measured in degree as well as radian also. So here we will have to take the value of theta in radians. So for radian you have to keep in your mind 180 degree equals to pi radian. This is the relation between degree and radian measure. 180 degree equals to pi radian. Clear? So 1 degree equals to pi upon 180 radian. 1 degree equals to pi upon 180 radian. Suppose that somewhere 60 degree is given and you have to convert it into radian. So what you have to do? For converting the degree into radian, we will multiply the degree measure by pi upon 180. So 60 degree can be written as 60 into pi upon 180 radian. So 63 is a 180. So 60 degree equals to pi upon 3 radian. Clear? For example, 30 degree. If 30 degree is there, then we want to convert it in radian. So what we will have to do? 30 multiplied by pi upon 180. Now it is in radian. So 36 is 180. So its radian measure is pi by 6. So by this method, we can convert degree measure into radian measures. Understood? So whenever we have to find argument, then the value of theta we will take in radian. Is it clear? And if theta lies in first quadrant, then argument of z equals to theta. Theta lies in second quadrant, then argument of z equals to pi minus theta. Or if theta lies in third quadrant, then argument of z will be minus into pi minus theta. Or if theta lies in fourth quadrant, then argument of z will be minus theta. Clear? Only these points you have to keep in your mind, and we will solve the exercise 5.2. Hope it is clear? Good. Okay students, now let's start the very first question of exercise 5.2. Find modulus and the argument of the following complex number. One complex number is given, z equals to -1 minus I under root 3. Here we have to find modulus and argument. Both we have to find. So whenever we have to find modulus and argument, so first of all, we will have to compare the given complex number with the polar form of complex number. You know polar form? I explained you that z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Clear? So compare this with z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Clear? So see, z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Here we will compare the real part and imaginary part of the complex number. And you know what is the real part and what is imaginary part? Real part means the term in which I is not there, and imaginary part is a term where I is present. So in this complex number z equals to -1 minus I root 3. What is real part? Real part is this -1, and imaginary part is this minus under root 3. I we will not write because I is the symbol of imaginary part, means iota. So what you know na ki z equal to a plus ib. So here a is real part and b is imaginary part. A is real part. So if we will compare this by a plus ib, so a is -1 and b is minus root 3. So real part is -1 and imaginary part is minus root 3. Same here. So beta, real part r is multiplied inside the bracket. So r into cos theta. So it will be r cos theta. Clear? So r cos theta equal to what? -1. Or r is multiplied here. So I r sin theta. I r sin theta equals to what is here? Minus I under root 3. Minus I under root 3. So this I and this I can be cancelled. So what is left? R sin theta equal to minus under root 3. So r cos theta equals to -1 is equation number 1, and r sin theta equals to minus under root 3. This is equation number 2. Hope it is clear. So what we have to do? First of all, we will have to compare the given complex number by polar form of the complex number. Polar form is z equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So if we multiply r inside the bracket, so first term will be r cos theta. So r cos theta is the first term of this polar form. So what is the first term of given complex number? That is -1. So r cos theta equals to -1. This is equation number 1. So what is the second term of this polar form? R is multiplied here. So we will get I r sin theta. So I r sin theta. This is the second term of polar form. So what is the second term of this complex number? second term of this complex number is minus I under root 3. Minus I under root 3. So from here I and I can be cancelled. So what is left? R sin theta equals to minus under root 3. This is known as the second equation. Understood? Any problem? Okay. Now after doing this, we will have to add these two equations after squaring them. So what we have to write? Squaring and adding. Squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. Squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. So if we will square of r cos theta, then we will get r square cos square theta. And adding means plus. Squaring of second equation, r square sin square theta equals to, now we will square off right hand side of first equation, minus 1 square plus right hand side of second equation, minus under root 3. So minus under root 3 square. Clear? Now see, r square and r square. So it is common. So I am taking r square common. So what is left? Cos square theta plus sin square theta equals to minus 1 square is 1 plus minus root 3 square is 3. But you know this, cos square theta plus sin square theta in 10th class. This is the very fundamental identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So in place of this, we can put 1. So r square into x value is 1 equal to 1 plus 3 is 4. So beta r square equals to 4, then r equal to 2 because square root of 4. Okay, r equals to square root of 4, then we know that square root of 4 is 2. So hence the value of r is 2. So the modulus of this complex number is 2. So at last you have to write hence modulus of z equals to 2. Clear? So by this method we can find modulus of the complex number. Again I am explaining what you have to do. First we have to compare the given complex number by the polar form r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now we will have to find out the very first term of the polar form. Very first term of polar form is r cos theta. This is equal to the first term of given complex number, means minus 1. So this is equation number 1. Now we will have to write the second term of the polar form r I sin theta. So I r sin theta. This must be equal to the second term of given complex number. So second term of given complex number is minus I under root 3. From here I and I can be cancelled. So we will get r sin theta equal to minus under root 3. So this is known as equation number 2. Now for finding the modulus of the complex number, we will squaring and adding the equation 1 and equation number 2. So whenever we will square and add equation 1 and 2, we will get r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta equals to minus 1 square plus minus 3 root 3 square. From here r square is common. So what is left? Cos square theta plus sin square theta equals to minus 1 square is 1 plus minus root 3 square is 3. 1 plus 3 gives you 4. And this is sin square theta plus cos square theta. We know that its value is 1. So r square into 1 equal to 4. Then r square is equal to 4. R equal to square root of 4. We know that whenever we will remove the square root sign, then answer will be positive or negative. But you know that modulus is the absolute value. Means modulus is always positive. That's why I am taking r equals to positive 2. R cannot be negative. Modulus cannot be negative. So r equals to 2. So the modulus of z equals to 2. Hope it is clear? Good. Okay students, after finding the modulus of this complex number, we will have to find out the argument of this complex number. Argument means theta we have to find. So for finding the argument, what we will have to do? We will divide equation number 2 by 1. What we have to do? We will have to divide equation number 2 by 1. So now divide equation 2 by 1. If we divide second equation by first equation, then we will get r sin theta upon r cos theta equals to minus under root 3 upon minus 1. Now see, r and r cancel, minus and minus cancel. Sin theta upon cos theta, it will be tan theta. You know this, sin theta upon cos theta, it will be tan theta. So tan theta equals to what is under root 3. Clear? Now see, tan theta equals to under root 3. We should know the value of root 3 in tan. Then theta, it is the root 3 is the value of tan 60 degree or not? Root 3 is the value of tan 60 degree. But I told you that we will write theta in radian, not in degree. So beta, we know that 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian. So 60 degree will be 60 into pi upon 180 radian. So 63 is a 180 means pi upon 3 radian. So in place of 60 degree we will have to write pi by 3. So tan theta is equal to this root 3 can be written as tan pi by 3 because root 3 it is the value of tan 60 degree and 60 degree can be written as pi by 3 radian. So we have to write here tan pi by 3. Understood? So here by left cancellation law this tan and this tan can be removed. Then the value of theta will be pi upon 3. The value of theta is pi upon 3. Clear? Now see. Now we have to check theta will lie in which quadrant. So see, from equation number 1, cos theta is negative. From equation number 2, sin theta is negative. So here cos theta and sin theta both are negative, but tan theta is positive. Sin and cos are negative, tan is positive. So I told you that this is x and y axis, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. By add sugar to coffee, to add sugar to coffee. Here all are positive. Here sine and cosec are positive. Here tan and cot are positive. Here cos and sec are positive. So see, cos and sine are negative, tan is positive. So that means theta, tan is positive where? Tan is positive here. Here tan is positive and sine cos are negative. That means theta lies in third quadrant. Understood? So you have to write here, since cos theta and sin theta are negative and tan theta is positive. So theta lies in third quadrant. Or I told you, if theta lies in third quadrant, then argument of z, will be minus pi minus theta. If theta lies in third quadrant, then argument of z will be minus into pi minus theta. So see, minus pi minus theta. Theta, the value of theta is what? Pi by 3. So we will have to write here pi by 3. Simplify this. So this will be minus 3 pi minus pi. 3 pi minus pi upon 3. So argument of z equals to minus, beta 3 pi minus pi is how much? 2 pi upon 3. So the argument of z equals to minus 2 pi by 3. This is our final answer. Argument of z is minus 2 pi by 3 and modulus of z equals to 2. Question is asking about modulus and argument. So modulus is 2 and argument is minus 2 pi by 3. Clear? Understood? Okay. Now one more thing. If question is saying also find its, suppose that if question is saying also find its polar form, means the complex number is given z equals to -1 minus I root 3. Question is saying also find its polar form. So polar form we know that z equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So how can we find its polar form? So this is very simple. After finding modulus and argument, we have to write hence its polar form is z equals to r is what? 2 into cos theta. So cos and theta means argument of z. So what is argument of z? Minus 2 pi by 3. So cos minus 2 pi by 3 plus I sin theta. Theta is again argument, that is minus 2 pi by 3. So this is polar form of this given complex number. If question is asking for polar form of the complex number, then we will have to substitute the value of r and argument in this polar form, and this is our final answer. Understood? Hope it is clear. Good. Okay students, I am taking one more example. We have to find the modulus and the argument of the following complex number, also find its polar form. All three things we have to do for this complex number. So the process will remain same as before. We will have to compare this given complex number with its polar form. So compare with z equals to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So from here we will get the first term of this polar form, r into cos theta. This is equal to the first term of this given complex number, that is minus square root 3, called equation number 1. Second term will be r I sin theta, means I r sin theta equals to, second term is here, that is I. Clear? Now I and I can be cancelled. I ones are I. So r sin theta equals to what? 1. This is second equation. Clear? Now for finding the modulus, we will have to square and add equation 1 and equation number 2. So you have to write here squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. So if we want to find the square of this, so we will get r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta equals to minus under root 3 square or plus 1 square. Now from here r square is common. So what is left? Cos square theta plus sin square theta equals to minus root 3 square gives you 3 plus 1 square is 1. The value of this expression, sin square theta plus cos square theta, this is 1. So we will get r square into 1 equal to 3 plus 1 is 4. So r square equals to 4, r equal to square root of 4, then r equals to plus minus 2. But modulus is always positive, so the value of r is 2. So hence modulus of z equals to 2. Half part of the question is solved here. Now we will have to find the argument. For finding the argument, what we have to do? We will divide equation number 2 by equation number 1. So now divide equation number 2 by 1. Equation number 2 is r sin theta. So r sin theta divided by first equation, that is r cos theta, equals to r sin theta equals to 1 upon r cos theta is minus under root 3. Clear? Now see, r and r cancel. What is left? Sin theta upon cos theta. this is tan theta equal to minus 1 upon under root 3. Is it clear? Is it clear? So here tan theta equal to minus 1 upon root 3. Clear? Now see, from equation number 1, cos theta is negative, and from equation number 2, sin theta is positive, and here tan theta is negative. So where theta will lie? So you have to write, since cos theta and tan theta are negative and sin theta is positive, so theta will lie in which quadrant? Beta, cos and tan are negative and sin is positive. Then theta will lie in which quadrant? So draw this, add sugar to coffee. So here all are positive. Here sin is positive, so sin is positive, and the remaining are negative. So sin is positive and remaining cos theta and tan theta are negative. That means theta will lie in which? Second quadrant. Understood? So theta will lie in second quadrant. Or if theta will lie in second quadrant, then I told you the argument of z will be pi minus theta. Argument of z will be pi minus theta. Now argument of z equal to pi minus value of theta. Value of theta we will get from here. Tan theta equals to 1 upon root 3. In tan, 1 upon root 3 is the value of tan 30 degree. 1 upon root 3 is the value of tan 30 degree. But we will have to take the angle in radian measures. So beta 30 degree is how much radian? So 30 into pi upon 180 radian. So 36 is 180 means pi by 6 radian. So 30 degree can be written as pi by 6 radian. So in place of theta, we will write pi by 6. Clear? Now argument of z equal to, taking the LCM, 6 into pi, 6 pi minus pi whole upon 6. So argument of z equal to 6 pi minus pi is 5 pi upon 6. So this is the argument of z and this is modulus of z. Clear? Now question is saying also find its polar form. So now we will have to put the value of r and this argument in the given polar form. So hence the polar form of z is z equals to r cos theta. So r, the value of r is how much? 2 into cos theta. Theta is the argument. Argument is how much? 5 pi by 6. So cos 5 pi by 6 plus I sin theta. Theta is again argument. Argument is 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6. So this is the polar form of this complex number. Hope it is clear. Understood? Okay students. Now I am going to wind up this video and you have to solve the remaining parts of this exercise at home. Clear? Now we will meet again in the next video with new exercise. So till that time, stay at home, be safe and thank you.